Hey viewers, welcome to another game of the Casual Pro Gamer. Today we're doing a GGU versus CRS, which is the Good Game University versus Curse Gaming. Okay, oh man. Yeah, that's it's two teams that have been doing reasonably well. Of course, Curse Gaming is a very good team, and the GGU has been doing well reasonably. Considering that I've never heard of them, I'm really impressed by their play, and yeah, we're going to have to see how they do against a really good team. Obviously, they have been up against some really good teams already, and we will have to see how they do against Curse. So yeah, a lot of those cookies on the blue team, and yeah, the blue team is going to get first blood here. They may actually pick up a second kill. Oh, so close. But no, she's not going to get... Oh, she is going to get it! Wow! She is not going to get it! Oh, Vigar actually picks up the kill there on Rice. So, yeah, they're doing a good job of, well, initiating on this second fight. But as you can see, lots of burst damage on the blue team. And they are going to take over this fight from here. Oh, Elisa could not make it work. But they still pick up the kill with Caitlyn. And Caitlyn actually getting... Oh no, never mind. I thought she got a double kill there. But no, not so much. So all in all, it's a 2 for 3 trade for Curse. And that means that everyone is going to basically show up at lower health. Except for the guys who died. And yeah, for example, the mid laner now going back. Which is a pretty big deal. Vigar is going to help out with the blue a little bit. But yeah, everyone a little bit lower than they would normally be. The Curse team, of course, with the Volibear, they had a pretty good first or level 1 setup. With Volibear, who basically can't die early game. Yeah, he took quite a lot of damage away from that fight. But yeah, he still died. So that was pretty impressive by the blue team. The fact that they could actually make that work. Of course, the blue team does have the Q from Nasus for extra damage. Then they have Kha'Zix in general, the high damage champion. They have Caitlyn, high damage champion. They have Elisa with a stun and high damage. And then they have Rice with another snare. So yeah, they did come out ahead because of all of that, well, damage as well as CC. And of course we have Vigar, who also does a lot of damage on the other team. And yeah, he made it work for him because he actually picked up 2 kills. So Misfortune picking up 1 kill. And yeah, I think I accidentally mixed up the Misfortune and the Caitlyn in the fight. But well, it doesn't matter now. The fact is, both of them got 1 kill, and yeah, that's really all that matters. So anyhow, we have the switch obviously in top and bottom lane. So yeah, Aurelia are going to bottom lane, while the two on the other side, which is Elisa and Caitlyn, stay in the bottom lane, so they can actually farm that better. So yeah, we see that this switching quite a lot now because, well, it's easier for some champions to do this 2 versus 1 kind of crap. So they kind of switch it up. In this case, Aurelia switched it up because, well, the Curse team is pretty sure that Aurelia can do a better job of last hitting versus a 2-man team than Kha'Zix can, and I think they're right there. I mean, she should come out ahead. She's currently 2 minions ahead, which is obviously not a whole lot. But yeah, with that Q, as long as she has mana, with that Q, she should be able to do this. And at least pick up all of the experience and most of the gold. At least, not most of the gold, but a lot of the gold. At least more than this Kha'Zix can. Because Kha'Zix can only use that skill, that range skill to farm. And then is still going to get harassed all the time by Misfortune. And of course, that is what Misfortune does. She has 2 long-range skills that actually allow her to farm pretty nicely. The double up and the make it rain. And both of them will be very good. Oh, he didn't grab her. Okay, I was wondering how that interacted there, but it didn't interact because he didn't grab her. So Ness is coming in to push this lane. It is now 3 versus 2. Because with Volibear here, there are at least 2 guys here. But they are going to take out the tower. No problem at all. And look at that. Top tower goes down. Bottom tower goes down. So both teams doing a good job of making that push definitely worth it. And now we have a 2 versus 2 situation in top lane. The exhaust goes down, but it is not going to be enough. Did he flash there? Yeah, it seemed like he flashed, and indeed he did flash, but he failed his flash, so it happens to all of us. But yeah, it is of course very painful when it happens in these kind of tournaments. So the blue team, GGU, picking up another kill and making it 3 versus 3. So the score all equal. The gold is pretty much equal as well. There's 200 gold between them. That should not be a big deal. But as you can see, right from, well, what we can see now, there are a couple more minions on Irelia than there are on Kha'Zix, which is exactly the reason they switched. I mean, if this ratio keeps up, then, well, you have a 50% advantage on Irelia compared to Kha'Zix. And a fat Kha'Zix is of course something that you definitely don't want. So you do want to keep pressure on that and make sure that, well, he can't pick up as much as possible. And wow, that's a shame we did not see that. I guess they still need to work a little bit on on this directed camera crap, because yeah, we didn't see anything except for the kill, which was probably just an ultimate, because, well, he did use his ultimate, and there's really no reason to use your ultimate prior to, well, when you can get the kill, because yeah, it's long range, so why not? Why not just wait until the last possible moment? I mean, Rice, well, may have a flash, but that's about all he has, and as you can see, he didn't even use it. Wow, they are going to get another kill here, but wow, the Caitlyn was really low, but nobody is coming for that, and we are going to try to grab a dragon here. Man, this is so risky. 3 guys here, and yeah, a low Volibear. Volibear is trying to heal up, but is not going to manage to heal up a whole lot. The teleport comes in, and now with Irelia here, they should be able to pick it up, and they should be able to trade the dragon. Yep, there we go. The red team gets the dragon. They should be able to trade the dragon for that top tower. Top tower was of course already down. There was no reason for Irelia to go top lane, because she was never going to stop that. She could of course have tried to kill this guy, because this guy is pretty low, but yeah, well, decided to help with the dragon, which is, I think, the better choice, because even if you pick up this tower, so even if they pick up another tower, those towers will be there in yeah, to pick up anyway. So the dragon is a one-time thing. You basically kill it, or your opponent kills it, and whoever kills it gets the money. And if you don't kill it, then you will never have a chance to, well, get that gold anyway. Here with the top tower going down, yeah, the enemies, or the red team here has that that top tower as well to kill. And oh, come on, is he going to make it? Oh, come on, Vigar. Yes, he does pick up the kill. Nicely done. Very big amount of damage, obviously. The flash was still available, and this time he did use the flash, and it did actually get him out of range, but, well, Vigar was just faster. I don't know if he has... Yeah, he has level 2 boots, where Rice only has level 1 boots. And you can see the importance of boots there, because without those boots he would have never caught up. Just, yeah, great amount of damage coming out from Vigar already, and Vigar doesn't even have anything yet. He has a little bit of extra AP, I guess, and yeah, a lot of extra gold. Holy crap, he's already at 4,000 gold, and that is pretty much the highest on the, well, in the entire game, and on his team obviously as well. So Misfortune is pretty close though, because she has a little more on the minion front, and yeah, there's that. So anyhow, Misfortune is going to push this bottom turret because there's nobody defending. Well, now there's a Kha'Zix defending. Didn't see him before because he was kind of, yeah, in the corner there under the white line, and it makes it hard to see. Anyhow, it doesn't actually matter. So we're going to go mid lane here and see what Veigar can make out of this. He is farming up his Q. They do have two well, farmers in this game. So it's Veigar farming up his Q and Nasus farming up his Q as well. So both of them do get extra damage from farming more minions with that skill. And it's a really nice thing, but it means that both teams don't mind if it goes to the late game, because both of them have someone who scales infinitely with the late game. And of course, well, Nasus is really super good in that late game. He's good at early game ganks, but well, not masterful. Of course, he's not like the super duper jungle master. And yeah, all in all, you want him to go into that late game where he has a massive well, damage potential with that Q, as well as very high resists, well, armor and magic resist on his items. And yeah, that way you can go into a fight, make him slow someone, and then just Q on them all day, because that is how he gets kills. And well, maybe not he per se, but well, someone on his team at least. So as you can see, they are still kind of all over the place. All lanes are still being pushed by the teams, and as you can see, Aurelia going for it. Well, actually trying to escape, but yeah, she is not going to manage to save this tower. The Spidey just too strong. Yeah, that's it is kind of a problem. Elise is really strong in those kind of chase situations, and because of that, because of those chase situations, well, she can actually do very well for her team as well, because when she catches someone, getting the stun off is really easy. Well, except that you need to transform back to human, but well, whatever. They will be still very close, and obviously you can get that stun off and make sure that your team can actually catch up with the distance that you traveled in that rappel. So yeah, there's that. So Veigar still in mid lane, still farming, obviously, because that is what he does. He needs to farm up quite heavily, and yeah, hopefully for them in the late game that will actually start to shine, because well, if he picks up a lot of AP on his Q, so if he stacks up like a few hundred AP on that, and he gets a Rabadon's Death Cap, that gets multiplied by 1.3, which is of course excellent to have. And yeah, that just makes that all very, very worth it. And the same goes for Nasus, of course. Only Nasus needs his Sheen for that. Normally, however, in tournaments we don't see Sheen on Nasus, because yeah, of some reason, I guess they would rather go for some kind of support item. And once again, the ward is out of range of the pink ward, and that is because that bush is created in a really strange way. There is really no straight line in that bush at all, so placing a pink ward there is pretty much a waste of a pink ward. You can only deward it with an oracle. An oracle's elixir, for those of you who don't understand what an oracle is. Yeah, so here we go. We are going for the dragon once again, but this time the blue team is the aggressor, and they are going to land a whole lot of damage on both of the AP carries, and both of them, no, only Veigar goes down for now. And is Rice also? Where's Rice? Oh, well, I just don't see him, I guess. So lots of people dying there. Oh, he was already dead. So it's a 3-for-3 trade, but we're not done yet. Yep, it's going to be a 5. No, maybe. Oh, yes, nicely done. It's a 5 for 4, and yeah, Elisa just still had full health, no problem, just not caring at all what the rest of the team did. Well, she pulled off that cleanup pretty nicely, and it's going to get some minions as a reward here. Well, up until the time when everyone is back in lane. Elisa is, of course, well, support, so she cannot really pick up that many minions normally, even when she gets, well, those kills. Oh, a nice disrupt there on the teleport. And yeah, that means that she's going to have to stay in for another 8 seconds in order to just recall. So yeah, we have Vigar still farming and still all alone in that mid lane. He is, however, not in any danger. He did die obviously in that last fight, but he is 4-1-3 now, and that is a pretty good score. He has the, oh, I forgot, Deathfire Grasp, that's what it's called. He has the Deathfire Grasp now, and Deathfire Grasp is going to add to his burst potential, but obviously it is something you want to cast first, so as, well, an initiator, I would say. But the problem is, of course, that once you use it, you can't use it again to finish someone. So you have to be pretty sure that you can actually, well, finish off the kill, because otherwise, if you waste that, that is a big chunk of damage. And yeah, your ultimate, as I said, can be used, well, right at the end of the fight, when you're sure that you're going to get a kill with it, or at least, well, very reasonably sure. We saw him use it on Rice earlier, but yeah, well, that was just burst damage. So normally Vigar casts everything in one burst and hopes to get a kill, but yeah, sometimes you see what we saw in the early game, and you see that wow, this, oh my god, Kha'Zix just completely annihilating Aurelia there, getting a 3rd kill there, and really just farming back up. Now they are equal, and Kha'Zix is going to get past Aurelia. But anyway, yeah, sometimes we see kills on Vigar that just are harass, and then he finally uses his burst to end it, and that's what you can do with the ultimate, but not with the Deathfire Grasp, because you really want to use that straight away, because then it does the most damage. Obviously it profits from your magic penetration as well, so yeah, you definitely want to have that up to well, its maximum potential as soon as possible, because, well, if you get extra damage done with those kind of high burst skills, yeah, it's pretty hard to go up against that. So anyhow, we are in mid lane with both of the teams. Everyone is coming in, and yeah, we're not ready yet to fight apparently. Top lane has 1 guy in it, bottom lane has 2 guys in it now, and the blue team is going to go bot lane as well, maybe? No, they're going, no, they're not doing anything, never mind. It was, it seemed to be that they wanted to gank this Thresh, but obviously they didn't know where he was, so yeah, they kind of just derped the mid lane, which is fine. And yeah, they are going to take out this tower now, because there's really nothing stopping them. And yeah, they are going to, well, they are going to be harassed a little bit, but the next wave is going to come in, and well, now there are 4 guys in mid lane, so now it might actually be harder to pick it up. A couple of wards going down, and they are going to steal this blue buff, and there you go. Volibear coming in a little bit too late. He did realize something was up, but yeah, can really stop it. Because a fat Kha'Zix is very, very dangerous, even for Volibear. And are we going to... No, we're not going to get a stun off, but they are going to get the Nasus in, well, slow on Misfortune, which means that she cannot maneuver, and that means that, well, she's going to have a very, very hard time just doing anything. Anyhow, It seems that we are going to finally pick up that tower. As I said, there was really not a whole lot they could do to stop that. And well, with that 4th tower kill, they are actually 2 towers up. They're also 1 kill up. So all in all, they are 2k gold up, and that is a pretty big deal. Both teams, I think, both picked up 1 dragon each. I'm not actually sure about that, but I think it was 1 dragon each now. And as you can see, the dragon is going to come up. Here you go. The entire red team is here. Well, 4 out of them. The 5th one is coming up, but there's no vision from the blue team. So they're going to have to back off because, well, Caitlyn being top lane, they missed quite a lot of damage. And so top lane is getting pushed now, and I guess she's going to get quite a lot of farm out of this, which kind of makes up for the dragon. Not entirely, of course. You don't really farm up 1,000 gold that easily. Well, at least you get something back. And yeah, now they have to defend that top lane. So of course Caitlyn is going to get out of there, and yeah, she's going to be farming another lane, I guess. But all lanes are pushed into the direction of the red team, just completely pushing everything into that direction. And yeah, because they are behind, I have to wonder whether GGU actually is going to win this. Because I kind of counted them out right in the beginning, but that means nothing because, well, they can still win this pretty easily. Because they are a good team. They are definitely a good team, and they are very motivated to win these kind of games. They have nothing to lose except for the game. But yeah, they kind of can do whatever they want. They don't really feel pressured. They can just do their strategies, and nobody is expecting anything of them other than to see them play, and they've already shown that they are a pretty good team. A little bit of harassment going down, but the shield prevents most of that damage, so it's not a big deal. Naz is going to come in, or wants to come in, and it is Kha'Zix who is the only one that's shooting some damage in this. I guess Caitlyn is going to do so, but well, not for now. Caitlyn just sitting back. Yeah, it's a little bit all over the place, the fighting here. They are switching lanes quite often for the simple reason, of course, that they're trying to find a weak spot. They're trying to find that, well, the lane where killing someone is actually possible. And as you can see, that is now this lane. Well, it's not killing someone in this case, it's killing the tower, because they got about a quarter of the health there in one minion wave. And well, might actually be worth it to keep pushing that, because well, the bottom lane, well, as you can see from Irelia, was already pushing, so the tower was taking some damage. And there is my stop for now. I'm going to see you in a little bit, and hopefully with the rest of the match. And we are back on to part number 2, and hopefully the last part. Well, it shouldn't be the last part, because I don't have to do anything else anymore. Sorry about that. I had a conference call that was coming in, so I had to take care of that. But yeah, it's kind of sloppy to miss those kind of things because you're commenting a game. So I kind of set this up, but I kind of hoped the game would be over for the most part at least. But I got delayed in casting this game, so I was supposed to have like 35 minutes. Apparently it was 24 now, and yeah, that really didn't work out. Anyway, sorry about that, but we are continuing on. So let me catch back up. We are about 2k gold ahead with GGU, and we are 2 towers and 1 kill ahead. So yeah, that's pretty good. It means that Caitlyn at least is going to have some pretty decent farm. The Kha'Zix is pretty fed, and by pretty I mean incredibly fed, and really the only hope for the red team lies in, I guess, Irelia a little bit, but mostly Veigar. So Veigar is going to have to do what he does best, which is kill the main champion. And yeah, if he can kill either Kha'Zix or Caitlyn, probably not Caitlyn though. He should be able to at least win the team fight for his team. If he can kill Kha'Zix straight off, that would be good. That would be excellent, in fact. And we will have to see how that works out. Please don't start to lag. There's no reason for you to lag. It's just a crappy site. Sorry about that. Yeah, that's something that I do not control, unfortunately. And normally I download these videos and I comment straight on the videos, but now I have to comment on a stream, or restream rather, from the game, and that is just sucky. So as you can see, Veigar getting tagged up a little bit by the ultimate there. The ultimate from Caitlyn, of course. Yeah, the Caitlyn ultimate is used more and more just to harass the squishies, in this case Veigar, because it is so useful at doing that. You can basically do a few hundred damage just at the beginning of a team fight. And as you can see, it takes quite a long time for Veigar to get that back, to get that health back. So he's going to be a little bit lower, going to be a little bit on his toes. And that harassment is, of course, one of the main things that you do. The red team coming in now. The blue team did see that coming, obviously, and they are going to back off from Baron. But they are still intending to take it because, well, they are ahead. They know they're ahead, and they should really be able to take it, without too much trouble. But of course, they need to do it in a way that, well, not the entire red team is going to be there to greet them when they come out or when they are still fighting. So the dragon is back up. The red team is going to try to steal this dragon. They have no pink ward on it though, and that means that the blue team is free to just see whatever is happening here. Whoa! The damage goes off on on Nasus, but also Veigar dies almost instantly. They're going to get a double kill, so 2, 3 for 1 so far. 4 for 1. Oh no, sorry, that's 3 for 2. Sorry. Kind of mixed up the teams there. It's a 3 for 2. The blue team should be able to do Baron off of this, but they are really risky, or it would be really risky if they do that. The much safer approach is, of course, to take this tower and then take Dragon, because they do have a pink ward on Dragon, so they can pretty safely take that. Obviously, it is not super safe, but it is relatively safe. They're not going to do it though. The Misfortune is coming back into this, and is she then going to take out the Dragon? No, there are no pink wards available for this team. And yeah, they're just going to go for the red buff apparently. And yeah, the red team is going to go on this dragon, which means that if they take this, that team fight they just lost is kind of negated again. They kind of came out ahead even, because they lost 2 kills, which is about 1,000 gold. But because the blue team could have picked up that dragon pretty easily, they just gained 2,000 gold. They lost 1,000, but then gained 1,000 back, where the enemy team should have gained 1,000 first from that team fight, and then 1,000 more from the dragon. And yeah, so instead of playing equal, they should have been 2,000 gold behind off of this team fight. But yeah, nothing happened. Or no, they only lost 1 kill. Never mind. So they should have been 1,500 ahead. Now they're behind, and now they're 500 ahead, or the other way around if you look at the other team. Anyhow, it doesn't really matter. In the grand scheme of things, the 500 gold is not going to matter too much. Although it is a pretty big deal that they let that dragon just go. I guess they found it too risky, which I can see. I can see they didn't have any wards out, so they didn't know what was happening with the enemy team, and they kind of just chickened out. And as you can see, plenty of wards available for this fight. The Veigar is not going to land his dark matter there. And the blue buff is going to go to Kha'Zix, which is a pretty big deal because Kha'Zix is so dangerous with all of those skills, and if he gets cooldown reduction and the ability to spam those skills at will, he is going to push that lane no problem, and he's going to be super dangerous in the next team fight up until the moment he dies. And well, we're not there yet. We're definitely not there yet because Kha'Zix is pretty good at staying alive. So yeah, going for that that lifesteal, well, as one of his first items. I don't know if that was actually his first item, but that is really going to make make a very good fight for him. And yeah, it means that he can actually be in the middle of the enemy team and still do pretty well. The red team here going to push. They do not have wards on that that Baron. They do have a ward close to Baron, so I guess they can see it. They can see most of the entrance at least, but they still might be able to sneak it past him. So yeah, a little bit of push in the top lane, a little bit of push in the mid lane, and well, we already saw the push in the bottom lane. So the blue team definitely trying to push all of the waves into the Curse Gaming site. So all of them pushing everything into that base to make sure that whatever happens, they cannot lose their entire base off of a lost team fight. Of course, yeah, that is a very important thing to know. You kind of live a little bit safer if you know that the last team fight is definitely not going to be the last one. So I don't know what I said there, but your next team fight is not going to be your last one. That's basically it. Because if they lose this, if they lose this team fight 5 versus 0, the next team fight, they're still not going to be far enough, well, behind basically to lose their entire base. They are probably going to lose Baron off of that and maybe a tower, but well, with the waves all pushed into the Curse Games direction, the minions just don't move quick enough yet. It's 32 minutes in. Obviously, if this was 45 minutes in or more, it would have been a different story. But for now, the death timers are not long enough yet to go all the way across the map and kill the base in one go. And yeah, we have seen some pretty nice fights with those with those lanes pushed into the other direction. So basically, if the blue team wins the next team fight, they are going to be able to do that pretty nicely. They are going to be able to take out in an inhibitor probably one of the Nexus turrets, maybe even 2. And if they are ballsy enough and yeah, they just dare to stay in there, then they can actually end the game pretty much on that next team fight. But yeah, the waves are pushing back. The top lane got pushed back first. Now bottom lane and mid lane are being pushed back. And here we go for the Baron. The red team is suspecting that they are doing Baron because obviously they still had a ward up. But yeah, they are not, because the ward just timed out in that little bush. So they didn't see them come back. A little bit of harassment going off on the volley bear. He's not really going to care. I mean, realistically speaking, the shield tanking a little bit of the damage there, but so much damage going down. And is Thresh going to go down? No, no, no. He's going to stay alive. And yeah, the Oracles is going to time out probably before he can use he can do anything else with it. So that's not a real loss of gold anymore. But yeah, we'll see. So yeah, the tower now under pressure again, and whoa, Kha'Zix taking a lot of damage there. And with Kha'Zix being one of the main carries, he is going to have to heal up on those minions to make sure that he doesn't engage in this next fight in with very low health, basically, in bad shape. Because well, if he engages in that fight and they focus him, then he can actually die pretty easily off of just that. Nice there from Spidey, just jumping all the way in the back of that team fight. But yeah, this is the red team's fight. This time they actually take charge. They get a triple kill on Misfortune. And they may actually pick up this kill as well. Oh, the nice slow. Very nice slow. Unfortunately, I could not catch up with the Caitlyn there. Caitlyn is going to go top lane, hold that off. And yeah, you can see here now, the wave pushed all the way into this tower. So they're immediately going to lose this tower. Which otherwise would have taken way longer, because Volibear is pretty low. Nobody really wants to tank those tower shots. And yeah, that is just the way it is. No, they're not tanking tower shot. Never mind. So 2 towers going down. The inhibitor is going to go down. And a new minion wave just showed up. And yeah, well, we're not going to do anything with that. Because there are still 3 guys up, sorry. But yeah, you can see here the power of having lanes pushed into your direction. Getting 2 towers and an inhibitor for just 2 champions killed. Of course, one of them was the Kha'Zix, which is a pretty big deal. The other one was Rise, which is not a big deal at all. Because 1-5, yeah, he doesn't really do enough damage to, well, to make that worth it. Anyhow, 52k gold now for Curse Gaming, 50k gold for the Good Game University. And they do pick up the Baron there, which equalizes everything again. And this team fight is going to be crucial. Kha'Zix is out of the fight though, so they're going to pick up a free kill here. And yeah, pretty much the Misfortune all the way. Nope, not going to happen, Irelia. Nice try though, but she could not make it, well, make the connect. And here we go, getting the tower. And we are going to go mid lane to push that down. Because, well, you can choose between mid lane and top lane at this point, because bottom lane is kind of useless to push. But yeah, well, top lane, you can see how far away that minion wave is. There is no way they're going to take out the tower straight up. And with Nessus and Spidey, I forgot your name. With both of them down, yeah, they lost a little bit of pushing or of power, but not nearly as much as when Caitlyn or Kha'Zix would die. And yeah, well, everyone's going to recall, getting a dragon off of the back of that, and really doing a good job of just picking up stuff after those kills. And this is exactly what the GGU team was doing earlier, but now, well, it is on the other side. And well, it is going to be hard to come back from this, because if you're, well, kind of on a roll in the late game with someone like Misfortune, yeah, it's pretty hard to come back from that. As you can see, 4 kills ahead now, 7 kills now on Misfortune. 7, 1 and 6, that is pretty impressive. She has some pretty nice items, still needs to finish one of them though. I'm not sure what the last item is going to be. It used to be that it was always the Guardian Angel. It still might be the Guardian Angel. I'm not sure what she's going for, but we will see it soon enough. But yeah, pretty much always there used to be a defensive item, and the best defensive item was the Guardian Angel. So yeah, there's that. That was the reason, of course, to go that. I mean, it adds so many defensive stats that, yeah, because you had plenty of gold available, you might as well use that that gold to get the best item that you can get. And are we going to make this work, guys? Are we going to be able to push this lane? Because it is kind of risky. There are all kinds of people standing here, and well, all kinds of people there that expect them to overextend on that tower, but obviously then they're going to try not to do that. Irelia versus Kha'Zix fight coming up, and in this bottom lane it should be interesting to see who comes out ahead of that. I would have to say that Irelia has some pretty good chances by now. She is a few minions behind, well, no, not a few, she's 60 minions behind. But Kha'Zix, yeah, Kha'Zix is mostly burst and then basic attacks after that, while Irelia has that increase of her basic attacks, and that normally makes her a little bit stronger in the late game. It doesn't mean that she's going to win this though. We will have to see how that works out, because, well, Irelia is very strong. It's it is just, yeah, well, a very strong champion. But yeah, I just know how strong Kazakhs can be, so I definitely wouldn't risk it. If I was the Aurelia, I wouldn't risk the fight. It is, however, going to be a very easy kill there on the Nasus. He overextended just a little bit, got stunned, and basically one stun does it all, because it's all about the burst damage here. It's all about bursting down those, even those tanky champions like Nasus just do not have enough HP to withstand the burst. The nice coverage there from the traps from Caitlyn. And yeah, we've seen that before a lot in these types of situations, where they just wall off the entire entrance with those traps, and yeah, that is just going to be very helpful. They are going to push this bottom lane, get the inhibitor back down, and hopefully pick up a kill. Misfortune is going to do just the right clicking of the inhibitor, not really caring about anything else. Yep, there we go. Just right click, and every now and then she backed off a little bit because it might become a little bit hairy to be there. But yeah, not a real problem. So as you can see, just picking up some buffs, then mass recall on on the red team, just all going back to base, and they are going to come back in. 2 minutes till Baron. That is not going to be a big concern for both teams, I think, because the base is kind of, well, open. They can pretty much just waltz straight into the base. And maybe they will do the Baron off of the back of the next push. So if they can push the mid lane and get some pressure done on the tower, then yeah, maybe they will pick up the Baron on the back of that. But other than that, I don't think they're going to really engage in any fights at this point. And indeed, they are not going for Baron straight up. Even though the blue team has no wards out. They know they have no wards out because it has been at least 3 minutes since they left their base. So yeah, you can't place wards if you're not there. And that's exactly the thing that they should realize. Yeah, the Caitlyn trap was over there. It is going to get taken out by Volibear just because they don't want to run into that when they back off. 2 traps still available to wall off that entrance. Volibear is going to take out one of them, and was that the ultimate from Veigar? No, it wasn't. Okay. I thought it did a little bit too little damage, but it was just the Deathfire Grasp. Just well, shooting that at someone. Not a big deal. And are we going to all recall again? Because that becomes risky then. You're kind of allowing the enemy team to ward up the Baron. They do have a ward for the Baron themselves, which is great. But yeah, you allow them to at least place the wards, maybe even take the Baron. And yeah, one of the spiders gets taken down. Well, didn't actually die, but still. So yeah, Kazakhs just defending the base, and that means that well, this team knows that there are at maximum 4 champions coming in, and they have 5 champions, so yeah, 4v5 at the max. And once again, that Nas is not having a good game. Nas is just completely well, having a terrible game actually, getting sniped all the freaking time. And wow, they pick up a double kill here, and even though those aren't the most impressive champions, they can still pick up, well, probably this inhibitor and probably the next inhibitor, or the other inhibitor. I'm not sure if they should be pushing this, because this is really risky. The 2 main damage champions are still up, but yeah, if they can get this done, that would be awesome. Oh, Misfortune too late on her ultimate. Veigar goes down, and are they going to... Oh, nice! They actually snipe everyone. Yep, and this is now pretty much over. There you go. Very nicely played. It was close for the most part of the game, and then in the end game, Curse just said, well, screw you guys, we're just going to win now. It has taken long enough. Yep, that was it. Hope you enjoyed, and I will see you next time. GG.